Brothers, let's go. I need to learn how to get this on here though, without wrecking my mussy. Now, how do you wreck a mussy? I'll figure that out here in a second. One moment. There we go. Oh, the show must go on. The show must go on. Put this up a little bit. Goes down here. Oh yeah. All right, welcome to the show, everybody. Got the coconut water. Chilling out here at the park. Creeping. I'm going to be planning a couple things. So I got the new website reveal. And yeah, realgarza.com. So it's a little easier on the eyes, easier to spell out. It's just simply realgarza.com. I wanted people to know who the real one is. So clearly I'm the real one. So Real Garza. I'm the only one. I'm so Mexican that I turned out white. So yeah, realgarza.com, the new website. Just got the first post on there. Integrated it with my Amazon affiliate account, so I'll be able to make a little bit of money on sales. I'm going to be trying to do as many articles as possible. A lot of them are going to be AI generated articles, but they are going to be articles that are fairly contrarian. I'm going to make sure that I approve them, obviously, tweak them a little bit. But the reason that I like having AI do the articles is because, one, I'm a shitty fucking writer, but my ideas are solid. The ideas are the ideas are solid. The writing sucks on my end. So I do correct some things that need to be corrected in the articles, obviously. So it's not fully written by AI, but it is fun though. So there's going to be a lot of AI generated articles on the website. It's hosted through Hostinger, so it has this really cool feature that allows me to link my affiliate, my Amazon affiliate account up to this. So it allows me to get commission for any sales. And yeah, so the Real Garza website will be a beacon of selling. So it'll be fun. I'm going to be doing a few modifications tonight. Probably post a few articles, get those out of the way. And garzamedias.com, I'm just going to let the domain kind of expire. But I'm going to use it to point towards, what do you call it? Yeah, I'm going to let that domain expire, though, the Garza Medias one. There's really no reason for it. I couldn't get garzamedia.com originally. That's why I even had the S at the end. And I thought, no, it just sounds too foreign. It sounds too weird. So I decided realgarza.com would be the best. To talk to ChatGPT on that one. So I was like, I'll talk to the AI. The AI is more can come up with better ideas than I can. And yeah, so realgarza.com. Check it out when you guys can. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. I'm going to put down... I'm trying to think of a poll real quick for you guys. The show is getting really gay. Let's see. Trying to think of a good poll question to put down since we're at Mingus Park. Let's see. I can't think of a good poll really quick. Let me think of a good poll real fast. Well, I guess we got a good one. Is we always do Bitcoin ones. Bitcoin's a scam. Here's a good one. Well, okay. Which type of fund is your preference? mutual, index, or let's see, leveraged, or we'll go other. There we go. So we got a good poll going for the live audience. But yeah, overall, great show today. Let's see. We got in the chat. Vinny asks if I'm a bottom. I'm a power bottom. O'Neill says that's bad practice. It sure is. I don't know what's bad. What's bad practice on here? So, fucking hell, Vinny. Let's see. Coinbase is publicly traded now. What do you think? Dude, so S47, Coinbase has been publicly traded for a long time, and yeah, I think it's all a grift. It's all a Ponzi scheme. Look, all crypto is a scam. That's the only thing you need to know. It's a scam. But yeah, I was gonna say Coinbase is just as grifty as FTX in my opinion. It's all the same. I mean, if it's a crypto brokerage, it's trading scams. It's a scam. I even, having said that though, I do actually have all my Bitcoin in Coinbase. So I figure if Coinbase ever went down, I'd make a fortune because I bet against Bitcoin, and I'm sure that the world would go crazy if Coinbase went down. Let's see, Ryan, and he says Batman or Superman. I would go with Superman for sure. Although I do love Batman, but Superman for sure. BJ says Yilong Ma. Okay, Ricky, my brother says greetings from the Pacific. Greetings, Ricky. I appreciate you joining in. Let's see. S47AS says Coinbase joins S&P 500, marking milestone. Oh no. That's actually okay. Actually, that's not the worst thing. That's not the worst news I could ever hear, by the way. Because check this out. I have an S&P 500 ETF, so that's kind of an advantage. That's actually kind of wild. But anyway, it may mark a milestone in the crypto industry, but honestly, it still doesn't mean that crypto in itself is remotely valuable. There's nothing very valuable about it, and it's used by sex traffickers. It's used by terrible people. I'm sure Diddy used Bitcoin at some point. I wouldn't be surprised if the Didster used Bitcoin. But yeah, Bitcoin is fraudulent. Completely fraudulent. Absolutely. The space kid Ian says Batman would win. I mean, honestly, I would go with Superman any day of the week, but no, I'm a Superman kind of guy though. I love Batman though. Batman's incredible, but Superman 24/7. That's who I'd go for. But yeah, other than that, but yeah, to the other person in the chat though, crypto is a scam. Abso-fucking-lutely. That's why I bet against it every day. That's how I make most of my money, is betting against that Ponzi scheme. But yeah, outside of work. But let's see what other. So Deathcart says, do you know if you use the right slow gin, you can get the yogurt effect? What are you talking about, bud? I'm a little ignorant to what you're talking about. Elaborate. Let's take a look at the poll real quick. Let's see, which type of fund is your preference? Oh wow, all 6 votes put other. Nobody put mutual. Nobody put index. Nobody put leveraged. First off, I'm just going to say this right now. I love leveraged funds. I love leveraged ETFs with a passion. I'm a freak for those. I'm a total freak for leveraged ETFs because anytime you could bet against something stupid and the leveraged ETF exists allowing you to bet against the stupid thing, it's a win-win situation. Like, for instance, I bet against Bitcoin all the time because Bitcoin's a Ponzi scheme. And whenever Bitcoin goes up like crazy, I'm betting against it super hard. And then I, make a bunch of money on the downturn whenever that happens. So it just takes a little bit of time. But I love those ETFs because it allows you to not have to do the procedure yourself of doing the cover, like doing the call options or the put options, whatever they end up using. I also love covered call ETFs, though. Another one of my favorites because it's a form of derivative income. Those are great to have in a portfolio. I'm a freak for those too. Gotta do the freak ops, man. Gotta do the freak ops. Let's see. The Space Kid Ian says he made a suit of kryptonite so Superman would be dead. I mean, here's the thing though. You could make a suit of kryptonite, but if Superman, in theory, if we're gonna go with this, I want to go on a theory on this one. I might be wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. But wouldn't Superman could just keep his distance, right? If Superman kept his distance from Batman, and if Batman had that kryptonite suit, in theory, couldn't like Superman just stay far enough away and then like, I don't know, throw a big boulder from a long distance at Batman or something? There's got to be a way that I just think as long as Superman doesn't close quarters engage with Batman, Superman wins that fight in a heartbeat. But Superman would have to play it smart on that one. He'd have to realize that he would have to play a game of chicken on that one. That's my theory on that one. I hope that satisfied I hope that answer's satisfying enough. Let's see. What is the chat saying? And made somebody get a golden shot. So S47 says, look, I'm actually very disappointed in the Standards & Poor 500. I didn't realize they put Coinbase on there. That's sad. You know, it's funny just because the whole thing is a grift, is what I keep telling everybody. And look, if Bitcoin goes up, that's fine. It's just there's so much dumb money. There's so many dumb people trading their money away for a string of data that has no intrinsic value, by the way, zero. And I mean zero. And it is shocking to me that anybody would actually take Bitcoin seriously, but that's where I come in. I bet against the dumb money. Just because Bitcoin's up does not mean it goes up forever. And in theory, it could, if there's enough dummies that want to keep throwing money away. And look, the dollar's no better. Look, physical and digital currencies are all a waste of time. First off, physical currencies aren't really backed by anything of true value except for government promises. But it is backed by something. I will admit, Bitcoin is backed by software, which, yeah, it's good software. It's really neat. I've looked at the architecture of the Bitcoin software, and it's really cool. But that's about the extent of it. It's just cool. Yeah, I love the cryptographic algorithms, though. It's pretty impressive. I do like the proof of work system, though, into it. But the thing is, the Bitcoin in itself, though, has no underlying value. And that's my beef with all cryptocurrencies, the lack of underlying value. That pisses me off. Every asset that I get into and stay into must have some form of intrinsic value. Oh, dude. I hear somebody playing a horn. That's sick as hell. That gives me a boner. All right. Oh. I think they're singing happy birthday? Yeah, they're doing like happy birthday on a horn. That's sick. I don't know if you guys can hear that on the stream, but really cool. Brian says, I invest in lottery one day, gonna get my dividend. Oh, man. I will say that the oldest saying in the book is that the lottery is for artards that don't understand how odds work. You know, you could buy a lottery ticket every single day. The chances of you winning are still astronomically thin. Very, very thin. Don't even count on it, man. And look, if you do win, you win. But the chances of you being that special one to win, very unlikely. Just going to let you know that. But you thinking that you're going to be that special one, you have fun with that. But that's just the odds are not in your favor, man. Odds are not in your favor. But it's a good stream so far. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoy doing these types of streams, though. I'm Just Natural asks, are you in Georgia? Nope, I'm on the coast of Oregon. Let's see, what you at, fam? Thermostat Mechanical says, where are you? Just coast of Oregon, man. Adam asks, on a scale of 1 to 10, what's your favorite color of the alphabet? Oh, man, what's my favorite color of the alphabet? That's funny. On a scale of 1 to 10. I'm going to say thrive. All right, thrive. Let's see. Pistol Roche says, if you are in the Sahara Desert and your boat gets a flat tire. Sorry, I was hearing some people down there. Let's see. If you read the comics, Superman's... Let's see. Space Kid Ian says, if you read the comics, Superman is scared of Batman. So why? Here's the thing. I don't even know why Superman would even be remotely scared of Batman. If Superman is just intelligent about things, if he just plays his cards right, he doesn't have to be near Batman to kill him. Batman is much more fallible than Superman. Superman is also loads faster. Like literally, the Superman and Flash had a damn race. All right, and I think that Flash, if I remember right, barely beat him. How do you expect? Even with the kryptonite suit, by the way, Superman is so bloody quick. It makes no sense to me. 0 sense. But you tell me. No, I'm just chilling out at the park, though. Just chilling out at the park. Wanted to do an incredible live stream of the show. Just wanted to reveal the new website. Yeah, but realgarza.com. The new website. I'm going to be putting a lot of articles out, mainly AI-driven, you know. I figure most major companies are outsourcing AI to make blog posts, so might as well do the same for my site. You know, I'm not, and I guess the funny thing is I'm not against AI in any way. People keep thinking of like iRobot and shit with AI. Just don't give it arms and legs. Keep the AI in the data center. Here's the thing. My argument is if you use AI like a think tank and not as a servant with legs and arms and keep it in the data centers, human beings can still be human beings. However, that's not how the world actually works. I mean, there are going to be companies, there are going to be people who develop humanoid robots and stuff, and yeah, it's going to be interesting. But Thermostat Mechanical says, that's cool, bro. All the best to you. I don't understand your poll. So the poll, so on Space Kid Ian says, Batman is a super genius. It is like dog versus God. Hold on. Batman's intelligent, but in very much a genius, obviously. But like the thing is, if we're gonna really compare, Superman could even with super intelligence on Batman's side of things, Superman has the gift of speed, and honestly, he could. Batman would tire out faster than Superman. Superman would just have to do enough things from a distance to tire out Batman. Batman is more fallible than Superman. There's just no way for Superman to really... I mean, there are ways, obviously, if Superman is stupid, if Superman pulls off some dumb shit, but you would have to count on Superman pulling off a lot of stupid shit in order for that to occur. Let's see. Mopit Drop It says, gonna have a robot wife. Oh, God. The robots are taking over. Let's see. Thermostat Mechanical says, nah, it asked which type of fund is your preference. So it depends on your preference. Like it depends. Do you like mutual funds more than index funds? Are mutual funds your favorite? Or index funds your favorite? Or leveraged funds your favorite? Or is there another type of fund that maybe I didn't mention? A type of fund that you may like better than those three? And there are other funds that I probably failed to mention, like ones that do derivative income through like covered call option strategies or other sort of option strategies. There's other types. But my favorite one personally, I wanted to let the poll kind of seep a little bit before I started giving out my favorites. But my personal favorite would have to be index. I think index all the way. I'm not a big fan of mutual funds at all. I really can't say that I like mutual funds that much because they tend to underperform the market. They do perform well, but there's a lot of underlying management fees and a lot of bullshit that goes into it. They're also the fund within the fund itself is when they're actively trading stocks, so there are taxes that need to be accounted for. You don't have to pay those taxes, but you lose the gains because of those taxes. So mutual funds are actually kind of not a good product. At the end of the day, you're better off just having a heavily diversified index. But I mean, I have mutual funds. I got index funds. I've got leveraged ETFs. I've got all the different exchange traded funds out there, man. You name it. I am no stranger to all those, and I love it. Dr. Mike says do a backflip, and then Brad MPG says say this in one sentence. Let's see. Yeah, I could do. No, I can't do a backflip. I'm not that good. Let's see. Thermostat Mechanical says I leverage trade crypto. I don't know, man. I like to bet against crypto for sure. I bet against Bitcoin pretty heavily. Jazz Cab Confession says my favorite is VOO. I love the S&P 500. So yeah, VOO is a great choice. Any day of the week, in my opinion. Let's see. Space Kid Ian says Google who would win, Batman or Superman. Honestly, it's an open-ended question. I mean, it's really up to interpretation. It depends on how the fight would go. You would have to. I mean, you could actually have AI simulate it. You could have AI do deep research on both Batman and Superman. And then from there, you can have AI simulate how those battles would go. That would be fun. That'd be kind of cool. But, yeah. But yeah, it looks like on the poll, so we got 20% of you say that your preference is index funds, which good for you guys because the index funds are better. But yeah, out of 15 votes, and then 7% of you say mutual funds, 7% of you say leveraged, and then 67% of you say other. So that's a hell of a situation. Watermelon says Superman. Scrooty McBooger says, what have you got to say about Bitcoin now? Well, the only thing I have to say about Bitcoin is it's definitely a Ponzi scheme. It is the Ponzi of all Ponzi schemes, the greatest legal Ponzi scheme of all time, and I'm proud to bet against it still. Bitcoin could go to $1 million per coin. I will still bet against it. And you're probably thinking to yourself, well, why would you do that? Well, it's pretty simple on why I would do that, because check this out. I already got into Bitcoin really early and I never sold it. So technically, my holdings continue to gain unrealized gains, right? Well, while my holdings are gaining unrealized gains, I'm continuing to bet against my own holdings because I don't believe in Bitcoin. I'm playing with house money. You're not. You're living on a prayer. I just want to see it be volatile. I don't care what direction Bitcoin goes in. It doesn't matter to me. all I want it to do is go up or down. Up or down doesn't matter, as long as I win, and I win no matter what. So I don't have to. If you have to pray, that's not a strategy. It's not a strategy. And yeah, invest. But I love betting against Bitcoin, man. I love it. It's the most pointless thing in the world. But yeah, I made a little bit of money today because Bitcoin did go take a little bit of a dip, enough of a dip for me to actually get small little gains. But having a good time out in the park. Oh, is that my boy Nate? Wait, is that Nate? Wait, is that my boy? Oh wait, no, that's not my boy, is it? No? No, I guess it's not my boy. Okay. I thought it was my boy for a second. But yeah, having a good old time. I feel like that might be Nathan. Hold on. Nathan? It kind of walks like, damn it, I should have brought my glasses. Of all the times not to bring my glasses. Hold on, I'm going to message him real quick. So, sorry about that, you guys. I had to message my buddy Nathan because I still think that might have been him. I can't tell, though. Of all the times not to wear my glasses, this is the trouble of not being able to see from a distance. I could see everything short of me. Like, I could see this tree, that looks good. But once it gets a certain distance, things start getting a little not so clear. And maybe that is him. I don't know. I wanted to walk around the park and just be like, Nathan, is that you? But we'll see if he messages me here in a second. He might. Because I think I thought I saw him like, I think it was like, saw him walking with a girl or something. I was like, I don't want to interrupt that if that's the case. I don't want to interrupt that. But I support whatever my man's doing, though. Let's see. S47 asks, could you beat Nathan in a fight? I don't know, actually. I think Nathan can pack a punch. I know back in the day, I think he and I did actually spar a little bit, and he's pretty fierce. So I don't know. I wouldn't want to take a chance, man. I know I'm a big boy though, so we're both pretty big dudes. So, it would definitely be two bears fighting each other if we're gonna simulate that fight. But no, that's funny though. That's a good question. No, I think Nathan probably has the edge over me though, for sure. I would say he has the edge over me without a doubt. S47 AS says, do you think you could beat the guy walking around the park? Compare threat levels. Look, I don't know who I could beat at anything. All I know is if I do get into a fight, I just assume I win. That's the thing. The most healthy attitude you can have in a fight is the assumption that you can find a way to win. Because if you think you're going to lose, you'll definitely find a way to lose. But if you think you got a chance of winning, you're going to keep trying. That's how I win. That's how I win in one-on-one or any basketball games, man. I just believe I can win. Stupid B. Get away. No, poor B. I think it might be a yellow jacket, though. The Space Kid Ian says I am 8 and I can bench 157. Oh, you might be able to bench more than I can. Don't really know. Why? Here's the thing, man. All I ask is more people need to. We need more people. You shouldn't be watching this show. You shouldn't be at that age. No, 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 no. Bad call. But yeah, overall, really excited about the new website though, and doing that, and just kind of doing little articles and shit. That's also kind of very entertaining. I'm not much of a writer though, but it is fun to do, and I really enjoy the process. Let's see. I got the old handy dandy notebook though. Got my Dora the Explorer backpack. Let's see what else we got here. Where the? Oh, I got my pen in here. I remember I put my pencil in here. Thank goodness. It's kind of lodged in my mussy. Hold on. Damn it! Get out of here. Get out of here. Ah. I think that bee's back. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so overall, really excited though. I think because I do the whole Amazon associate thing, doing the affiliate marketing stuff, I could do an article on just about anything, and then have like one link to like a product that I think would be good for the article, and then if people click the link or find the article very handy, that's good. I'm going to do more articles on how to use like the SBIT, for instance, to really bet against Bitcoin when it's past $100,000, because the thing is, people, the fallacy here is that people think because Bitcoin has reached this level of price, the fallacy is that they think that it could be going, that they think it could go up forever, and in theory it could, but the higher it goes, the likelihood of it going down, I can't speak today, the more it goes up, there is a higher likelihood of it going down. Because the thing is, like I say on the show all the freaking time, is that Bitcoin is a Ponzi scheme. It is something I constantly talk about. The whole thing is a Ponzi. And I love betting against it, because the higher it goes, the more I bet against it. Using like leverage ETFs like the SBIT or the Biddy, you know, those good sexy ones that exist out there. And it's a good time. Let's see if my boy Nathan responds. All right, so let's see. Aiden says, "Hey man, how are you? I'm doing really good. Man, just rolling, man. It's fun to hang out here in the park, and just I got my handy dandy notebook, my pencils. I got the camera, lights, camera, action, and let's see." Space Kid Ian says, "My dad made 57K out of Bitcoin." I mean, hey, look, if you got into Bitcoin really early and you put a decent quantity in, sure, you probably made some money. Absolutely. If you sold at the right time, you could have taken a lot of that money, put it into real investments like stocks or real estate or something like that. Those are real assets. I still prefer to be as diversified as possible across all asset classes. I'm into stocks. I'm into bonds. I don't like bonds because of the risk of inflation. Inflationary forces are a real thing. However, if the dollar ever went back to like the gold standard or something, bonds actually might not be so bad, because things would get more deflationary, in a sense. That'd be interesting. But yeah, you know, you got to be exposed to as many different asset classes as you can be exposed to, like, you know, like I said, stocks, bonds, commodities. And commodities fill in a wide spectrum of assets. We're talking about like gold, silver, my mussy. Okay, my mussy's not a commodity. It is on OnlyFans, though. Okay. But, let's see. The Space Kid Ian says he is a gambler and is very lucky. Hey man, I'm not a big fan of gambling. I prefer assets that have utility or are productive or something. One of the reasons I love stocks is because they're technically classified as productive assets, which is awesome because they're basically an asset that does something. Now, obviously, it's not just the company that does something. There are things behind that company like people or systems in place, automation in place. There's things that go into all those businesses that you buy. And the businesses that I prefer to buy are the ones that have proven cash flows. I'm all about the proven cash flow. If it has as Charlie Munger said, I'm kind of misquoting this, but if I were thinking like Charlie Munger, my thought process, just like Kevin O'Leary said, would be this: if it has no cash flow, just say no. Like I said, no cash flow, just say no. Hell no. Hell no, hell no. Anyway. Let's see. Let's see. We got It's Nah says, could you please shout out my boy Jeffrey Epstein, bro? Thanks. Oh God. Well, all right. Nah, I will shout out to your boy Jeffrey Epstein. Oh Jesus Christ. Let's see. S47 says Alberta is out. They are ready to leave. Oh my God. Alberta wants to leave Canada. That's news to me. Oh my God, could Alberta become the 51st state in the United States? Could this be is this the real life? Alberta? No way. Alberta joins the United States. No, I don't know if that would actually happen, but if that's real, if they're really trying to secede from Canada, go to the U.S., here's my greatest fear, is that I live in liberal fuck Oregon, and my greatest fear is that the libtards in Oregon are going to try to secede, right? That's the scary part, is I think that the libs want to secede to Canada. And I don't want to be a Canadian. I'm sorry. I respect Canada and all their shit, but yeah, I don't want to be a Canadian. Screw that. Like, I'm serious though. If Oregon decided to become a Canadian province or whatever, I would leave Oregon. Like, Oregon's already too liberal as it is, and I wouldn't even say liberal. Actually, liberals are actually decent people. What the left has become is so disgusting and so annoying that I wouldn't even call it liberalism anymore. What the left is, not at all, not in the slightest. One of the reasons I don't vote Democrat anymore is because of what the party's become. It's become the party, the original party that ended up founding the KKK. So it's bullshit. Yeah, I'd rather be. It's funny. I voted for Trump 2016, 2020, 2024 because I cannot stand the Democratic Party at all. They are losing voters by the dozens, and rightfully so. They deserve to. But yeah, outside of it though, I gotta stay focused, man. Once you start talking about territories and stuff, I get my mussy gets excited, dude. Let's see what else we got. So S47 says they have oil. Okay, so hold on. Let me look at what B said. So B says, would you rather have an extraordinary long neck or no neck at all? Well, that's weird. I mean, obviously I would need a neck, but if it's like giraffe size, if it's giraffe length, then fuck that. I don't know. That's a tough question. I don't even think philosophers would be able to grasp that question right. But let's take a look here. I don't know. I'll just say long neck. Let's see. S47 says they have oil too, so the states are interested. They really are trying to secede. Wife swap Oregon for Alberta. Oh no. Oh man, like I like Oregon, but I really don't want it to get ruined by Canada. I mean, Oregon's already ruined to some degree because we keep electing these dumb fuck Democrats that I can't stand. They call Oregon, Washington, and California the left coast for a reason, because it's too fucking. The irony is, I think Oregon's actually turning into a red state slowly. If you look at the election coverage map, there were a lot of red in a lot of different counties. So I'm starting to feel like that what we're seeing here is a bit of a secession. Let's see. Trying to see if my buddy Nathan replied. All right, Thermostat Mechanical says, "Yo, folks, you cool AF." I am not cool. I'm pretty lame, but I appreciate the compliment. Thank you, dog. I wear very short shorts, and I look pretty homoerotic most of the time. So I appreciate the compliment, though. Let's see. What are we looking at here today? Today is Taco motherfucking Tuesday, though. Taco Tuesday, baby. It's always Taco Tuesday in my mind. I love tacos. Mainly because I'm part Mexican, but that's another story. Because I'm Latino. Taco Tuesday. How much battery? Oh, dude, 52% battery, and we've been streaming for 42 damn minutes. Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa, I just darkened everything. What the hell? I think I might have accidentally, like, reduced the brightness or something. Hold on. I'm kind of curious how to, like, do some of this. Oh, I see a chipmunk in there. All right, we got 22 votes on the poll. What are the polls saying? Okay, so 14% of you say that you prefer mutual funds. Okay, 18% say indexed. That's very sexy. And then 5% say leveraged. 64% say other. Well, I'm just glad that people have some good sense about index funds at least, but I'm curious what the other is. Like, what is this other type of fund that people prefer over leverage or index or mutual type funds? I mean, I do love leverage. I love having leveraged ETFs, like I said, because I bet against Ponzi schemes like Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is one of the biggest Ponzi schemes of all time. All crypto is Ponzi shit, but yeah, I mean that's how I make majority of my money, man. At least any side money I make. I make a little bit of money off YouTube, but not as much as I desire. But hey, here's to almost being monetized, by the way, on the tubes. These are exciting times. Oh man. Oh. But wow, it feels good to do a show out here in the at the old park. Oh man, I needed to get out and about. needed to get my mussy all dry. It was getting too moist. When my mussy gets too moist, shit is going down. I think I'm a rap god deep down. I think I might be a rap fraud, but I do believe that I can rap better than I probably actually can. Do you guys want to hear my raps? Yo, dog, I'm Parappa the Rapper. Going down the cellar and I'm taking a crapper. And I want to say bling, but everybody's playing with my dang-a-lang. Oh, man. But yeah, overall, yeah, really excited about the damn website, man. This is huge because since I'm an Amazon associate, this gives me a lot of opportunity to first off, to make commission off Amazon sales. There's a lot of products that I like to promote because there's a lot of products that I've used over the years, and I can give some decent reviews on some of the products. As somebody who loves as seen on TV products, it's usually I tend to defer to the customer reviews, but I love coming to my own conclusions after using products. Just like I have with the Pixel 8 Pro, for example. Great phone, honestly. And it's a phone that you could buy at a relatively good price, and then you can use it on any carrier. It may not have the greatest hardware in the world, but damn, the way the software is optimized, it makes it sure seem like that. And here's the thing, man. A lot of these flagship phones, even though the latest iPhone model versus the latest Pixel model, obviously the hardware is going to be better in an iPhone. But honestly, it's usually not by much. It's not by a whole lot. And so for a lot less of a cost, you can get a really good phone, an Android phone, usually a Pixel, still get great updates, still have the security of the Android operating system as long as Google keeps up on the patches for it and security updates and all that jazz. But yeah, that's simple as that. I love Pixel 8 Pro, by the way. I'm a shill. I am shilling things left and right 24/7. Cause I'm a shill. What the hell? But yeah, it feels good to be doing this show live. I think once it gets a little too dark, though, I think I might bounce the hell out of here. I think that'd probably be a good idea, but let's see what else we got going on here. Let's see. Thermostat Mechanical says LMAO, and then Game Thunder says hello. Greetings, everybody. I think the audience is kind of dissipating a little bit, and that's all right. I gotta thank Mint Mobile, though. Thank you, Mint Mobile. You're not a sponsor, but I wish you were. Mint Mobile is one of the reasons I could do this stream because I have affordable unlimited data, which allows me to have enough data to do live videos like this one, and I am extremely satisfied because of it. So thank you, Mint Mobile. Thank you, Ryan Reynolds. I appreciate you. But yeah, no, it's really cool just having the whole website underway, having a bit of a rebranding of the show, a little bit of a rebranding of the website, and you know, because I want the company to be kind of a mixture of things. I want the company to be a mixture of, you know, me, because I am ingrained in the product to some degree, but I also do want it to be its own company if I decide to create more software, because the software that I generate from time to time is really fun to. It's really fun to create. I don't really make any like real apps. I just really do web apps and stuff like that, and you know, just usually combine like JavaScript, PHP, and all that garbage. And that's really pretty much all I do to make the apps that I make, and use a couple HTML5 tricks. But outside of it, though, man, I love it. I've got a problem. I love software development, man. My homeboy Trump says, "Get a job." Damn it. I do have a job. I work like 8 hours a day, and then outside of it, I do this show, and then sometimes I do delivery driving. So bite me. Oh, let's see here. What else we got to talk about here? But my boy Trump made me cry. He just made me cry. He said, "Get a job." What a jerk. So rude. But yep. Love me some Vita Coco though. This shit's good. So the things that I get at grocery outlet are pretty crazy. Sometimes I find Vita Coco. Sometimes I find some other random coconut water product, but yeah, they usually have coconut water for dirt cheap, because usually it's coconut water that's kind of closer to expiration, or just like stuff that maybe a brand that maybe made too much, nobody's really buying it or something. And yeah, I mean, I get all sorts of deals over at grocery outlet. My grocery bill is always fucking low. And that's the point, man. I mean, you never get the same thing twice at grocery outlets sometimes, you know? There's certain products they'll have, and then sometimes they won't have it. Like, maybe there's a specific brand that I like, and then it's like, oh, it's not there anymore, dang. But, yeah, overall, huge fan of all of it. But I do want to thank you guys for joining the show. I'm trying to think how long I want to even continue doing the rest of this little broadcast for the rest of the day. I might call it quits here, maybe 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, I don't know. Or just keep going. I mean, I still have to plan out a couple things anyway, so I might as well verbally speak to you guys and plan out what I got to plan out when it comes to the new website for realgarza.com. It's exciting, man. This is an exciting prospect. I just didn't think I'd, have the opportunity to really rebrand. I was like, I got to rebrand, and I did, and it was a very smart move on my part. So I'm very happy with the decision, and boom. But cheers. Death to all but metal. Death to all but metal. Fuck the Goo Goo Dolls. They can suck my balls. They like the dogs that hang out at the mall. Eminem can suck it, so can Dr. Dre. They can suck each other just because they're gay. One of these days I need to bring out my drums. And I don't have drums actually, but bring out my buckets, I should say, and pretend like I could play the drums. That'd be fun. As the old saying goes for me, anything worth doing is worth doing poorly. And I am the epitome of that, because usually I just do it poorly and then kind of figure out how to do it through doing it shittily. And then, yeah, you gotta figure out what you did wrong, what you could do better. That's how this show has been. First episode of this show I ever did was trash. The worst bullshit that you could ever come up with. But here's the thing, man. You gotta use rock bottom as a damn zero. Sorry, as a base, as a foundation, right? And usually, if you are at rock bottom, you can use it as a bit of a foundation to sculpt, you know. And then you don't have to be at rock bottom anymore. It's as simple as that. At least I think that's how it works. At least I hope that's how it works. Oh, I think my boy's back. The guy that was here, I think either a week or two ago, I think I hear a guy strumming and playing the guitar. I'm very excited about this. This is very exciting. I always enjoy a good guitar playing. And I love the way this guy plays the guitar. So, fantastic. And through it all, she offers me protection, a lot of love and affection. All right. I hear my boy singing. I hear my man, dude. I hear my man. Let's see. MJL says length of armpit hair in inches, please. I don't know. I'm going to say half an inch. That's a weird question. It's a weird question, MJL. I don't know what you're doing, man. Useful for so MJL says thank you. Useful for my studies. Let's see. Foundation Fex says bro your hair. It's a little you know I got that because I'm part black and I'm part black and I got black hair. So what are you talking about? Zachariah Toller says, you were a really good student back then. I like school. What the hell are you talking about, dude? Who the hell are you? Why are you gay? But yeah, no, it's very entertaining shit. Oh, my man's doing a little Johnny Cash again. I like that. He's pulling from his repertoire here. I like that. It's fun listening to this guy. I know you guys probably can't really hear him, but let's see. Foundation Feck says, "Bro, why are you outside?" Because dude, this is the best place to do a show. Doing a show outside is the greatest place to do it, especially live. Oh, how can you not do? How could you not love doing a live show? So let's see. So Colby asks, "What fund do you prefer?" I'm an index fund kind of guy, man. I think mutual funds are pretty overrated. They do the trick. I mean, the people who run them do tend to know what they're doing for the most part, but usually it's very rare that they beat the market. And then as far as it goes for me, so mutual funds are okay. Index funds are where it's at though, because you're getting diversification at a very large scale, but without having to pay an arm and a leg. That's very important. What's the other thing? Yeah, index funds for sure. I do love leveraged ETFs though, because they can give me a bit of an advantage in certain types of situations. For example, leveraged ETFs allow me to bet against things like Bitcoin. If I find something stupid that if I want to profit off of something's downturn, like Bitcoin, for example, I will absolutely bet against Bitcoin by using the S-bit or something similar. Let's see what else we got here. Zachariah says favorite horror movie. When it comes down to it, though, my favorite horror movie. I'm not really a horror movie type of guy, but I do appreciate the Saw movies. They definitely made far too many of those movies, though, for sure. Other than that, though, like what Colby asks, what company do you invest with? I mean, I have a couple brokerages. If you're wondering like which ETF specifically that I'm into, I do like the Vanguard ETFs. I do like the Spider ones. Variety speaking, man, I'm all about the different ones. I do like the ProShares ones are pretty neat. Huge fan of just about any sort of leveraged ETF one. I think Global X is pretty cool. They got some great covered call ETFs. I'm not endorsing any of these specific products. These are just what I have in my portfolio. Obviously, not financial advice at all, but yeah, I've got a lot of different ETFs, man. I'm not into like one specific fund, by the way, but I mean, I have a wide variety. I'm super diversified when it comes to my ETFs. My ETF selection in my portfolio is crazy. But it does guarantee that I get a dividend basically every day, every trading day at least, so that's kind of a plus. But my goal is really to be diversified as I could possibly be. And the more diversified I am, whether it's with individual stocks or ETFs, like I stack my portfolio full of different ETFs, different individual stocks. And I never reinvest my dividends into the same company. I take the dividends that I get at the end of the month and I put those in to some other entity that maybe I don't have access to. Maybe there's an ETF that I don't have that I want to have more of. Maybe there's a real estate investment trust I see that I want to get. You name it. I never put my dividends into the same thing, right? I put them into different assets overall. And I think that's probably the smartest thing I can do. That's my belief. Now, some people do like reinvesting their dividends into the same thing, but I just, as much as I understand that methodology, I don't necessarily agree with it. You can understand something and not necessarily agree with it. Gotta check something real quick. Zachariah Tiller says, "What's your favorite sport?" Basketball for sure. I love basketball, man. Football's definitely my number two, though. You know, I'm not talking about soccer. I'm talking about straight up sweet old American football. Colby says, "Thanks for chatting, man. You're welcome. Always glad to chat." My man's getting it though down there. Let's see. Zachariah Troller says, "I really like your videos, man. Keep inspiring people." I just I don't really inspire anybody. I just like to let people know what I'm doing, right? Because if I figure if I'm doing some things right, then maybe people can. I'm not saying that anything here is financial advice, obviously, but I'm just saying that maybe there is something that I'm doing that could appeal to somebody, and maybe it'll help them. So, as far as investing goes, I love investing. I'll tell you, I'm a freak for that shit. My man's kicking it though, man. He's rocking. Zachariah Toller says, "Do you have brothers or sisters?" I do, but I don't feel comfortable answering that. I don't like giving away too much about me as far as anything else. But yeah, I gotta clean up my place a little bit, just because I just feel like even though I don't have much, I don't really own much, but I definitely need to minimize a little bit more. So I've been kind of looking around, seeing what I just kind of want to get rid of, and I've been really thinking heavily about quitting my job at some point. So I kind of want to have as little as possible. You know, as far like when it comes to like what I own, as far as the real assets, you know, I want to own real assets, obviously, and keep on rocking that. But who knows? But I think I might rent out a storage unit or something. Something like that. All right, well, you got 28 votes in the poll. Let's see what the poll's going. All right, you got 18 motherfucking percent for mutual funds. All right, I'm actually shocked that index and mutual are tied right now on this poll. So 18% mutual, 18% index, 4% on leveraged, and 61% on other. That is actually shocking. Shocking to me, man. I'm trying to figure out what other is, because the other, I guess, could be derivative income. So there are funds that focus on derivative income through like writing call options or writing put options, whatever it may be, and selling them out to the market. This guy's really rocking it though, man. Get it, man. Get it. He's really rocking it, man. Love this guy. Let's see. Me says I'll put you in a pool. All right. What type of pool we talking about here? Let's see. Thermostat Mechanical says, dude, I'm all leverage. Smart man. Smart man. Oh, shit. Drop my pen. Drop my pen, you guys. Damn, I can't reach that. I'm too fucking fat. Here we go. My pussy. My pussy. All right, here we go. All right, it looks like it's 6:12. I trying to think if there's anything else I want to add to the old conversation with you guys. I have fun doing all this shit, though, obviously. Yeah, like I always say, man, if you can get vitamin water at affordable prices, especially at like the grocery store and stuff, you're pretty much always rocking it. Trying to think what I want to make for dinner. Might make some chicken noodle soup. Mussy sandwich. Mussy. My mussy, mussy, mussy. My mussy is the pussy, and I don't know why. I don't know why I'm that kind of guy. But it's a good show. It's a sexy show. Glad we're doing the show today. Gotta. As far as it goes, though, I really don't think I got too much I want to add to this. The mussy is the bussy. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely, when I get back home, I'm gonna cook some food, work on the Real Garza website, get a few posts established on there, get some Amazon affiliate links, and probably share a few articles on the share a few articles across Facebook. See how many people click. I'm trying not to make too many clickbait ones. At least I'm gonna try to avoid that. Yeah, that's kind of the goal, though. All right. So we got hold on. Oh. Got pop my neck here. So Xena TV says, hi bro, where are you from? I am from the coast of Oregon. Zachariah says, do you like hunting? I'm not much of a hunter, but I'm okay at fishing. I'm just gonna say okay at it. If I had to hunt, I'm sure I'd figure it out. I mean, when you live on the coast, I mean, you could really either crab or fish, one or the other. It's good shit, though. We're on the right path. I think these people are actually like reading something at the park. Well, I think I got pretty much everything I need when it comes down to ideas. I think, yeah, I plan on putting a few extra posts out there. I know I got a link to a few of the social medias and stuff. There's the YouTube channel's already been linked. As far as socials go, X will be on there. LinkedIn will be on there. Let's see, what else should I probably link to? So X, LinkedIn, Instagram. Even though I think all these platforms are kind of lame, I'm not a big fan of these ones. But Instagram, these sorts of things. But outside of it, though, let's see. YouTube, LinkedIn, X, Instagram. Those are the ones I got. Yeah, Facebook. We'll do the Facebook page. What else we got here? Even though I don't like social media, I know it's kind of a good way for me to distribute the show. And the more I can distribute the show, the better. The more eyeballs, the better. But yeah, I think we got, let's see, YouTube, X. Oh, Rumble. Don't want to forget Rumble. Even though I haven't posted on Rumble in a while, I think I got to start putting stuff on there again. Even though I think YouTube has kind of stopped bullying me. Seems my channel doesn't really dive into politics as much anymore. I wish I could, though. I don't know. I'm trying not to get demonetized. One of the reasons it's so important for me to have multiple sources of income is just because of, you never know, like on like YouTube, if you're going to get banned for maybe saying something a little off. Maybe somebody will freak out on you or something like that, because we live in the woke world. Well, we're not really. I mean, Trump won, so we finally don't have to bow down to the woke people. People are getting tired of woke, for sure. Let's see. Tanya Marie says, selling the gospel is a sin. Rapture is for the wicked. Everyone that remains will celebrate and live forever. All right. Thank you, Tanya. I appreciate you. Whatever you say. Oh, please don't take my sunshine away. Hell yeah, dude. What a beast. Oh my goodness, he's killing it. Otaku Z says, I am from Morocco, and it is now 2:18 p.m. Hell yeah. What a beast. Oh, wow. This is 31 votes. This is impressive. 16% say mutual funds, 16% say index. 3% say leverage, and 65% say other. Hell yeah. Pretty cool. Oh, man. I'm a little tired at the moment. Big when skies are gray. Oh, dude, he's singing a good song, man. So, dear, much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. That's beautiful, man. He's killing it down there. My man's kicking butt, dude. My man's kicking booty. My pussy is the pussy, and I don't know why. I don't know why. I'm that kind of guy. Down, 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 down. Cut my wings, growing them back today. Tomorrow's uptight, tomorrow's up around, tomorrow's not today. Well, I don't want to borrow time, I don't want to feel alive. Can everybody trap? Can everybody flap? Come down and come down. I know our time is fading, and I know you're here to save me. I've been patiently awaiting. It's alright, it's alright, it's alright. Well, okay, I think I got all the core 6. Let's see, YouTube, X, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook page, Rumble. That's good. I think as long as I have those key ones, that should help out a lot. But yeah, I think finding products that are related to the articles that are written on the website, I think is going to be the key to making some money on the website and making some money on the YouTube channel outside of relying, because I don't want to rely on just the Facebook watch ads. I want to be able to have a source of income that is constantly there, and having those blog posts will be key. I think doing exclusive videos on the channel is going to be kind of a good idea too. Some sort of exclusivity. Yeah, I think doing some stuff on realgarza.com will be fun. I think it would be kind of cool to have maybe an IRC chat room as well. I'll have to see how to maybe set up an IRC server or something like that. Which I think it costs I think there's some, I don't know how popular IRC channels are actually. But it would be fun to have a chat room on the site though, for sure. I'll have to look into it, because having a chat room really would give the website an interesting dynamic. It would allow people who want to talk about investing to really interact in the chat. And I'm a huge fan of chat rooms, so yeah, having a chat room on the website will be nice. But yeah, just having a better brand, I think, for the show is a lot better. Real Garza just feels right, Boom. So, realness. I'm the real one. I'm the real Garza. You're all fake. No, I'm just kidding. I'm the real Garza. Now, let's see here. Oh, my man down there is playing guitar, and I love this, man. I support this. I always support people playing music, man. I support people doing a lot of stuff, man. It's fun. I love encouraging people to do their thing, even if it's not something I would do. There's a lot of things I wouldn't do, but it is fun watching people do things that I would not do. So that's the cool thing. Alrighty, but what do I have to say here? I think I'm gonna head home. I gotta get some shit done around the house. Got to work on the site a little bit. We're down 28% battery anyway, so I think that's a telltale sign for me to say I got some shit to do, and I appreciate you guys. You guys are rock stars, and I'm just putting all my stuff away real quick while I got you guys on the camera. Whoop. Gonna kind of respond real quick to a few people. Hold on. All right. Yeah, we've been live for about an hour and 24 minutes. Hell yeah. So, but I'll get you all later. I want to thank you guys for taking the time to view this video. And we'll see you on the other side. Bye. Well, let's end the poll real quick. We'll end the poll. End it. 65% others say mutual and index actually tied each other. That was more of a surprise than I anticipated. I didn't expect so many people to vote other, but maybe there's other ones that I need to look into. But anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Bye.